right. Let's pay some bills. Top commenter of the day. It goes to John L. John L was here on time. He was early. Well, I was late and he was on time. I was supposed to be in at 10:05. He got here at 10:08. So shout out to John L for being number one commenter of the day. Then we got Brandy, Pierre, Kayla. These were my top commenters of the day. So let's just get into it, y'all. We about to talk about NXT. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna give you guys the tea about NXT. There were new matches, at least 2 new matches added to the Stand and Deliver card. Okay, but we're gonna talk about this show today and what we got to see, honey. Okay, so hold tight while I gather all my infos. I'm highly unprepared today. I don't know why, but I am. We kicked off the show with the triple threat match to determine who was going to go to NXT Stand and Deliver to face off against Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. And it was actually a really interesting match. LWO showed their ass, as did Axiom and Nathan Frazier. And it was nice to see the Good Brothers in there as well. But good old Sean pulled a little trickery on us. Good old Sean said, you know what? I'm not going to go with the obvious. I'm not going to go with the status quo. Oh, nay, honey. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do a little sleeper match on them and put in somebody we never would have suspected would win. Okay, and that's when we got Nathan Frazier and Axiom are going to Stand and Deliver for the Tag Team Championships. Amazing. We love that. Yes. Golf clap. We love that. Okay. Good for you guys. Okay. Good for you. However, I would have loved for LWO to go because I'm just mad because even when they was Legado del Fantasma, they did not get an opportunity at the titles. And when they did, they always lost. And now they've had 2 opportunities at 2 separate titles, and they are not a part of any title scene at the moment. And I don't like that. I love Joaquin and Raul, and I feel like they are so overlooked on both of the shows that they're on, and it sucks donkey balls. Okay, but eventually they will have their time. I am 100% sure of it. But Nathan Frazier and Axiom beat both these teams to go on to face off against Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, which I'm happy for both of them, and I hope that they win. Honestly, I hope that Frazier and Axiom win because having the titles on Braun and Baron, it isn't bad, but it also isn't interesting either. Like, they're funny. They're a funny little cute little 1-2 diddly, but if I had the opportunity to pick, I would have put the titles on these 2, and I probably would have Nathan Frazier and Axiom going in to Stand and Deliver as the tag team champions, going up against LWO. Now that is a match that people would love to see, honey. Okay. We had another match on the show today because Sol Ruka had a match with Blair Davenport. For the most part, Sol Ruka was in that bad teeth bitch's ass. Okay. She was tearing Blair Davenport's ass up, and everything Blair Davenport was trying to do to counter Sol had an answer for her, except for them damn steel steps. She let that bitch pick her up and slam her knee on them steel steps, and that was the opening that raggedy hoe needed. Now, what she tried to do was Soul Snatch, and that didn't work. Blair had on to them ropes, but Blair thought she had her. She thought the game was over, but Sol Ruka said, bitch, I'm gonna roll your ass up and win this match. I might not be able to snatch your soul, but I'm gonna have your snatch in the air today. And that's exactly what she did. She told her ass a new one. Definitely did. And Soul won. She was like, bitch, payback. Payback, hoe. Sitting in there with her crying makeup. It was very fitting. Them dried up tears, them dry burns on your face was very fitting, girl. Anyways, let's get back into the rest of the show. So, Metaphor had the soul sessions today, and they had Crybaby Roxanne, and they had Lyra on there. And they was out there, battling back and forth. And Roxanne kept giggling in between her promo, talking about how she loved her new self and she not gonna be naive no more because she know that the world is not a nice place, so she can't be nice. And she just saying all the most off the wall, unnecessary shit.
She's stupid.
And it's just like, girl, at this point, the bullshit you selling, only you believe it. Because Lyra ran this shit down. She was like, okay, so you didn't have an opportunity to get your championship back. Your championship was taken from you. Well, what about Stand and Deliver last year when Indy Hartwell climbed the ladder? She said Indy Hartwell was just a little bit faster than you. Why didn't you get up off the floor and climb up the ladder to get the title from her if it really meant that much to you? Or she was like, oh, how about at Vengeance Day when it was me and you? And then Lola cashed in. But she was like, let's take it a step further. When you cashed in at an inopportune moment on what the fuck is that bitch's name? What's her name?
Mm-hmm.
The girl, the girl, Toxic Attraction bitch.
Oh, Mandy.
Mandy Rose.
She
was like, when you cashed in on Mandy Rose, that was an opportunity. That was an inopportune moment.
She also said you didn't say shit when Tiffany Stratton was walking around with your belt either.
Hey, man, she was like, what about when Tiffany was champion or when Becky was champion? You wasn't bitching and moaning and complaining when they was champion. It seems you only have an issue because I have the title. And I was like, girl, she done call all your shit out. She done lay all your shit bare. She done called you on all your shit. Hold on, let me check something. Okay. She done called you out, babes. What you gonna do? I mean, she ain't had nothing to say to that because what she was saying was the truth. Sorry, girl. Lyra tore your ass up. Now, Roxanne said, I'm going to do whatever it takes. Because by Saturday, I'm going to be the NXT Women's Champion. Lyra said, I'm not losing this championship to you, girl. So Roxanne got up and punched her in her face after she told her she wasn't fit to be champion. And then Lyra put that bitch through that little mini coffee table they had in the middle of the ring.
It was M&M's everywhere.
It was definitely fitting. The proper table for a crybaby. Mm-hmm. There was 2 more matches. Oba Femi went up against Joe Gacy after he took a chair shot to the back from Shawn Spears. And Lexis King went up against Von Wagner and lost. Well, Von lost. I don't know what they're doing with Von Wagner and Robert Stone, but anytime Robert Stone and Von Wagner get any traction, they immediately snatch it from them with a new villain that they're going up against. And I don't get it. Like, Von Wagner won more matches as a heel than he does as a face. And that's just weird to me. But anyway, that was a match card, y'all. Again, it was very simple and to the point. There was not a lot going on, but they made points with certain things. Oh, there was 2 more matches. So, JC went up against Fallon. Fallon lost. Because fuck ass Kiana was out there with that cat face lady bitch. And they cost in the match with that broken arm bitch that's with JC. Meanwhile, JC decided to come in the back and tell everybody that she did all of this so she could put herself back on top, so she could be the center of attention. I said, girl, you would have been better off fucking Andre Chase than doing all of this. Cause what? The logic, bitch. The logic behind it is ignorant. This whole time I did all this because I needed to be the front and center. I needed to be the main attraction. Bitch, you still not. Everybody talking about crybaby ass Roxanne and Lyra Valkyria. Everybody talking about Soul Ruka snatching souls. You still at the bottom. Bitches is talking about Ariana Grace and motherfucker Gigi Dolan before they even think about you and that Cafe Lady bitch and fuck ass Kiana. Ain't nobody worried about you, Jason. Girl, you saved Chase you weeks ago, and we still ain't been talking about it. Girl, we don't even damn. You did all of this to be the main attraction and ain't got a title shot the first. Girl, this was the weakest villain move. You didn't learn nothing from your predecessor. You didn't learn nothing, bitch. Because who told you how to play chess? We are playing chess, not checkers, honey. Girl, ain't nobody talking about you. You are not the main attraction. The bitches you running with are more entertaining than you are, ho. People talking about the hoes you running with before they talking about you. Ain't nobody talking about you. Ain't nobody talking about you, bitch. Nobody. Your stupid ass. What the fuck? Don said you are lame. You did all of this. You talk about main attraction, and none of you bitches are getting a title shot. See, you feel me? You feel me? You feel me? None of them. All of them flooping. Because Mandy would have had a title shot, and I can't stand fucking Mandy's ass, but she ain't lying. Mandy would have had her shit set up by now. She would have been walking around. Not Roxanne's ass would have been dead. At least Mandy played the part. You just a fucking clown. What the fuck? I will give Mandy this. One thing she knew how to do was execute. Okay? Because there was a method to her madness. Her matches was ass. They were boring. Her promos were boring. But whoever was setting up her storyline to how she made her rise, they did that shit. Because Mandy used Gigi and JC to position herself at the top. JC, bitch, you had plenty of opportunity to do this shit. It's been over a year. Okay? It's been over a year. You've done nothing but get your ass whooped. And then you come up with a scheme. And to be fair, you can't say that part of the plan was saving Chase U to get you on top, bitch, because you didn't know Chase U was in trouble until you got in the shit. So what you talking about? Make it make sense, bitch. Okay. Because said, regardless how you feel about her, that hoe made sure she always had a matchbook. That's true. Mandy would have been 3 times by now. Like, you're a loser. Like, I can't stretch this theory across to make it make sense. When you really break it down, bro, it's never gonna make sense. I feel so bad for Mandy. These souls out here being just flat. I miss Mandy. I hope she come back. I don't miss her, so I don't hope she come back. I'm just giving her props in the part that she played when she did what she did. I'm really just calling JC out from not learning from her predecessors. Let's put it out there so you can really understand. She said it like it was law. She said, and I quote, I did all of this. I befriended Thea Hill. I came in and I was with that band of losers at Chase U, and I saved them because I needed to get myself back on top, to make myself the main attraction. And I've done that. You're welcome. And I'm like, girl, no, you haven't. No, you haven't, bitch. Nobody cares about you. Motherfuckers is talking about Red St. Clair before they think about you, ho. What is you talking about? And if we being fair, if fuck ass Kiana and that cat-face lady had not come over there to be in your be around y'all to talk shit with y'all, nobody would be caring about you or that little influencer blow up lip bitch that you running around with either. We would not care. And still don't. And still don't. The fuck? I like Mandy, but she can stay where she's at until she gets a divorce. Nigga. What we not gonna do is do that. I don't know nothing about that. Right, because that plan don't make sense, girl. Whoever was in the back that told you to say that stupid shit, you slap them in their face right now because they made you look like one of the dumbest bitches in the world. You need to slam me for cutting the worst and stupidest promo that I've ever heard. Shut up, Don. Now, Lexus King cut a promo about Robert Stone and Von Wagner before they match. And I'm going to go in on Lexus King, okay? Lexus King, you remind me of a thicker version of the Tiger King, and I do not mean that in a good way, bitch. You are sitting on a throne with bandanas all around it and motherfucking tiger print. Oh, it wasn't tiger print. It was like leopard or cheetah print in the background. Bitch, you tacky. You got the audacity to dye your beard hair with that box just for men dye, and then walking around with your black roots showing and your over bleached blonde hair. And I'm assuming that your roots is all types of tore up. Because every time you bring your ass out there, you got that bandana on like you wearing a lace front and you don't want it to fall off. I'm as tired of you and your identity crisis. I'm sick of it. Let me tell you something. You do not have to be your father. I don't need you to do that. But what I need you to do is straighten up and tighten up. Okay? Your ass is thick and you got abs at the same time. How did you do that? Tell me how you do that, Charles. How you did that, Charles, with Miss Netta. Okay? How you got fucking abs. And then when you sit down, you got a gut. How did you do that, sir? Okay? You was running around here looking like the miniature version of Chris Jericho with a real strong beard, and I need you to pull yourself together. Okay? I'm as tired. All right, you're not a bad looking white man. You're not bad looking, but you don't know what you want to be. You don't know if you want to be from the 80s or the 90s. You don't know if you going or if you coming. You don't know if you need to be white trash. Okay? You don't know where you want to be. You don't know what your character is. You are all over the place. And I need you to pull yourself together. Kings are not tacky, bitch. Okay? They're not tacky. Get it together. Because you're killing me right now. Oh. Your gear tacky? You tacky? You look like you smell like beer and regrets, bitch. I'm ashamed. I don't even know you and I'm ashamed. Okay? I'm disgusted. NXT was not good tonight. Like, this was talks to go home, the go home show. This was supposed to be the go home show for fucking Mania, girl. It was mighty quiet, too. Now, we ain't seen Gigi in about 2 weeks. I don't know what they doing, but they must be transforming her. Because we ain't seen Gigi in 2 weeks. Now, to make sure y'all understand, the girls in the last match that we talked about with JC Jane and her dark ass raccoon makeup, them girls got a 6-woman tag team match. So they basically mirroring what's happening on the main roster in NXT, which is fine. I ain't got no issues with that. Now, getting into the other stuff. So after Lexus King did his 1-2 deadly, okay, where I lost my train of thought because we had Lexus King. Oh, Obafemi had his match, and then they was backstage. Dijak cut a little promo too. Dijak and Briggs was back there, and they was going back and forth. And then Obafemi was like, "None of you hoes was gonna beat me. I'm gonna retain my championship." So we know Obafemi got a triple threat. We know there's a 6-woman tag team match. Joe Gacy requested a match against Shawn Spears on the kickoff show. So that's happening. And then we saw the little setup between Tony and Ilya Dragunov. So Ilya invited Tony to this dinner, but it was his last meal, essentially. And Ilya Dragunov's fingers are still messed up. And Tony's messing with Ilya to the point where Ilya's a little bit off his game. Now, I don't know what he gonna do, but he should have been brought out the Red Dragon because Tony is playing chess, and fucking Ilya is playing checkers. And I need him to pull his shit together, too. I don't know what the fuck is going on in NXT. I don't know what's in their water, girl. But y'all need to pull it together, okay? Florida is not that hot for y'all to be tripping. Y'all been living down there for the last 5 years. Get it to fucking together, okay? Now, after that, the last thing we saw. Okay, Donnie. Was Trick Williams and Carmelo going off on each other. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna check the group chat in like 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna be honest with you. I expected it to be a little bit more tumultuous than this. This was real light, and it's not giving me hope for this last match. With all the hype surrounding this match, I know Trick don't really want to hit Carmelo, and I know Carmelo don't really want to hit Trick. But y'all gonna have to pull a Charlotte and motherfucking Becky or Bailey and motherfucking Sasha. Because Bailey and Sasha was best friends and they was fighting each other like they was 2 bitches on the street. Y'all hoes got to get over the fact that y'all are friends, and you better treat that nigga like he a dog on the street. I need to see carnage, okay? I'm not paying no $12 a month for Peacock to watch y'all lightly tap each other, and then you get a big kick and Carmelo's down and you win. Bitch. Because I got a whole other show that I got to get hyped for and watch on Saturday. Whatever the fuck y'all got to do to make that match worthwhile, I need you to pull it together. Okay? Because I am not going to be sitting up watching no mediocre bullshit. Now, the girls like each other. They have a good time with each other. But when it's time to get in that ring and fight, them hoes fight. They don't give a damn about being no friends. Okay? They trying to win their opportunities. They trying to get belts. They trying to get bigger checks. You two hoes is in the ring, got the biggest match of the century as of right now. And next to Roman and fucking Cody's match, everybody been talking about Trick and Carmelo. Okay? Y'all better show y'all asses in this match on Saturday, or I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna tear both of y'all asses a new one. I'm telling you right now. You know what? You know what, Don? Probably. I would not mind it. I would love it. Because that's petty as fuck. Anyway. So the last part of the show was them going back and forth. And Trick finally told Carmelo what his real problem is. Trick like, nah. It ain't that I stepped out of line. It's that I'm surpassing you and you don't like that shit. You don't like the fact that I'm better, that I'm the one that everybody's rooting for, that I'm the one everybody got behind. You don't like the fact that they put you on my side. You don't like the fact that you've been put in my shadow. You don't like that shit. Carmelo like, what shadow? He like, nigga, listen. You don't know what it's like to fall from grace, but you're about to learn when we get to Stand and Deliver. I'm going to make sure that you understand that you need to know your place. That I tried to teach you and tell you that everything ain't sunshines and rainbows at the top of the mountain and that you ain't ready for this. But I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay? You might have a learning curve to learn, but I don't. I've been on top for the last 8 years. I ain't going nowhere, partner. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Do you, babe? Do you? Trick said, I'm going to whoop your ass. Carmelo threw a punch. One of them damn security men got in the way. They started light tapping these security people. They started tapping each other to fight. And that was the end of that girl. The only thing I was surprised about was Axiom and Nathan Frazier winning. Now, I started to tell y'all about Ren Sinclair and Ariana Grace match. I'm going to tell y'all. That was actually a decent match. Ren did pretty good. She slapped the shit out of Ariana Grace's titty. That bitch's exposed titty on one side was red. Now, she cheated to beat Ren Sinclair by holding on to the ropes to get this pin. And the rest decision is final, so it is what it is. But they had a pretty decent match, and that was the end of that. The reason why they got into the match, though, was because Ren felt like Ariana shouldn't be trying to change Gigi, you know, and make her into something different. She said she's fine the way she is. She's beautiful the way she is. Why are you trying to change her? And Ariana got mad and was like, are you trying to imply that I would make her for the worse? That I would change her for the worse? And Ren was like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, babe. That you gonna make her worse. You're not gonna make her more better. Okay. So Ariana was like, you know what? I hate using this language, but those are fighting words. And I was like, bitch, you could have been punched her in the face by now. Girl, I had to entertain myself watching NXT today because these hoes did not come to work. Oh, Carmen Petrovich. I forgot all about that damn match. They had 3 women's matches today. Wow. Carmen Petrovich went up against Lola Vice stupid ass today, and this is what irritates me about her. They in the ring, and she used Natalia's submission move on Carmen, and Carmen had to tap out because of it. And so they in the ring, and Natalya comes in the ring to check on Carmen, and Lola's standing there shaking her hip at Natalya and like shaking like, oh, it's so hot. I'm so hot. Just standing there holding her chin, shaking her hip. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Ugh. I was so exhausted. I didn't watch the match. I didn't care to watch the match. I wasn't a fan of NXT today. If you haven't watched it, it's not worth it, honestly, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So we will go over Stand and Deliver tomorrow. Okay. I'm not gonna go over it today because I don't want to hold y'all too long. I'm gonna get on out of here because I think I done hollered and screamed enough in this damn computer. And well, I see y'all tomorrow. We'll talk about NXT Stand and Deliver first. Then we'll move on to the match card for Saturday, and we'll move into the match card for Sunday when it comes to Mania. And we're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna talk about when I'm a Kirk and everything, okay? So I'm gonna get on out of here. And I'll be back on here tomorrow. I think I'll be on here around 8:30. I'll be back on here around 8:30. I'll change the time and be back on here around 8:30. We'll come back on here and chit-chat about all that good stuff. All right, I'll see y'all next time.